I'm almost convinced that this entire story is fake, like his whole the romance scam part of it, and that this is some kind of elaborate scheme so he can talk to his favorite adult film star. All right, so it's been a minute. I've been away for quite a while, but we're not going to go into why I've been gone. Am I going to leave again? None of that nonsense. So we're going to get right into the content, and I got some new content for you guys today. I've been obsessed with this YouTube channel called Catfished. Do y'all remember the show on MTV back in the day called Catfish? Well, this is like the YouTube version of that, and I am absolutely obsessed. Like, I've probably watched at least 20 episodes. But this one in particular episode that we're going to cover today really stuck out to me because the guy in the episode, the one that is being scammed, you just got to see it. I mean, you just got to see it. You know, like you got to see it to understand. But before we get into the video, konnichiwa, hajime mashite. Watashi no namae wa Troy desu. Nihongo benkyou shitemasu. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Troy Speak Japanese, where I talk about things that interest me. If you like this kind of content, then make sure you punch that like button and kick that subscribe button for more content like this. Ikuzo.
You can't get booked outside America for nan. I'm out in Tokyo because I'm big in Japan.
On today's episode, we speak to a man named Sandy from Florida. Sandy met his online lover while playing the app Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is an augmented reality mobile game released by Nintendo in 2016.
First red flag. Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is for catching epic Pokemon, not for catching chicks. When they say gotta catch them all, they're not talking about booty.
Sandy Theodore Mendez III. I'm 36 years of age, no kids, live with my grandmother, and I work for Goodwill Industries.
So my thing is that you probably have no business trying to find a significant other. You live with your grandmother, you're 36, you work for Goodwill, they're not paying you very well, clearly. But you know what? Let me not do that. His grandmother may be living with him. However, people whose grandparents are living with them because they're taking care of them don't often refer to it as, I'm living with my grandmother, father, whoever. So, look, also, another really important thing I want to kind of point out. You guys are probably going to judge me for this next part, but it is what it is. I'm going to say what I want to say. So just look at him for a second. So y'all haven't watched this video, so you don't have the full context. So right now, I'm probably just coming off as the bully. But I have the full context, and so soon you will too. Who does he remind you of? Like, who does he look like? These guys have a look. They do. They have a look. Who does he look like? I'll give you a clue. This was a former, very popular YouTuber that his entire career changed when he went out one day, innocently, to acquire some cupcakes. You see it now? Okay. Take the glasses off. Matter of fact, this might be him. I have no way of knowing this is not him. The voice is a little different, but, you know, maybe he changed his identity. I don't know.
And I work for Goodwill Industries as customer service and also a musician. I'm part of a Pokemon Go community. As you know, people play Pokemon Go. Miami has a Pokemon Go community because of the virus.
When I think about Miami, I'm thinking about catching Pikachu. Y'all, okay. It's just me. All right, fine.
People let us know when it comes to gym battles where this Pokemon is located and they need some friends to assist them in taking this gym boss, this Pokemon whether it's a legendary or like a level 3 or a level 2 Pokemon, in order for that person or us to catch that Pokemon. My first girlfriend was in elementary school. She broke up with me, and then I had like other girlfriends through like middle school and high school. They broke up with me. I had a girlfriend for 4 years. We broke up, so I've never seen anybody since.
It seems like there is a trend where all of his girlfriends tend to break up with him, except maybe his last girlfriend. And then after that, he just kind of been chilling, doing his thing, mastering his craft as a Pokemon master. I might just be jealous that I don't have a group to play Pokemon Go with. I'll be honest. I'll just be completely transparent. I think some of this jealousy that I'm feeling is fueled by the fact that I'm not in the Pokemon Go community. I'm willing to admit that. I'm 100% willing to admit that.
Her father was wealthy. She come from like a wealthy household. She had a business. Something with her, like creating her own beauty products, like she want to fall into like her dad's footsteps of being this somewhat of a businessman.
You are clearly a nerd. You're a Pokemon nerd. You are from the nerd world. There's almost nothing nerdier than the WWE. And you're telling me you don't know who the man in that picture is. I'll be honest with y'all. I never really watched wrestling for real. Like, I know who The Rock is, Stone Cold, right? And I know who that man is. I know Ric Flair when I see him. I know Ric Flair when I see him. I think most people would recognize Ric Flair. So I'm going to assume this is the catfished just doing some editing and just showing that picture because they thought it would be humorous, or I don't know, to give context to what he was saying about, her and her dad. But there's no way you saw this picture of this woman with Ric Flair and thought that's her dad.
She chose me. I didn't chose her. I didn't care what she looked like. Even though she was drop dead gorgeous, she chose me. That's how I saw it. It lasted a year and almost 10, 11 months. It was, I need this because I was trying to buy this latest iPhone, and I was trying to ask my brother, but my brother couldn't give it to me. So I have this much. Can you meet me halfway? It always been like that. So it was through gift cards, and that's that.
Now, see, this part of the story, if you're still watching, you're probably empathetic to this young man. Keep watching. It gets better.
And I found out that the scammer was using a photo of a named Kendra Luss. I went to Kendra's email address. I told her about the situation.
Now, hold on. So far, based on what you've watched, nothing strange, right? He just appears to be a victim at this point. If you watch the video so far, he appears to be a victim. And he was a victim of a scam or an attempted scam or whatever. Well, he has given her money, so he's a victim of being scammed. But let's continue. Let's see if he continues to be a victim or if he becomes something else.
And I found out that the scammer was using a photo of a named Kendra Luss. I went to Kendra's email address. I told her about the situation. Then I started blasting her social media, left and right, including her Twitter. So when I told her about it on her Twitter, she said, thanks. So I said to myself, like, thanks? Are you kidding me? You're not going to ask any questions, da da da. So I'm like, you know what? I just.
Thanks? Are you kidding me? I went out my way to tell you that I have been scammed by someone using your photos, and all you give me is a thanks after I blasted you all over your social media and everywhere I could get in contact with you? Thanks? You're acting as if you're a famous public figure. where this happens to you all the time. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
I showed on Instagram, and I remember like all the pictures. And here it is from, Kendra wearing a fedora. I just wish I could, if you could help me apologize to Kendra, because I kept, blasting her social media left and right. To me, it felt like she didn't believe me. So I'm like, does Kendra believe me or not?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what this whole thing is about. This is the reason why he elected to be on this show. This is the reason why he reached out to Catfished.
So, I tried, I looked for interviews, and, I got to know her backstory through her interviews. And like her story is like different from like every other, very different, extremely different. I reached out to Social Catfish that I sent to Lenny, and I was wondering if she could, maybe put the person in jail because
I went to her YouTube page. I saw she had a YouTube. I watched all her interviews. Come on, man, put it together. Y'all put it together. Do I have to put this together for y'all?
still saying, that's really me. Guys think I'm Kendra, but I'm really not. That's actually me. So that's when she showed one of the pictures of her, promoting a fight, because Kendra is not also into like WWF or WWE or what have you.
Right.
But she's into the UFC. She's a big Conor McGregor fan. She's a larger than life Conor McGregor fan. Yeah, she loved her some Conor.
So did you know who Kendra Lust was before you saw the photo?
This man know everything about Kendra Lust at this point. This is a Kendra Lust fan. Like, what are we doing here? This is a Kendra Lust fan. I'm almost convinced that this entire story is fake. Like his whole the romance scam part of it, and that this is some kind of elaborate scheme so he can talk to his favorite adult film star.
So did you know who Kendra Lust was before you saw the photos, or did you have to do your research on her?
I haven't watched porn in years. Mm-hmm. And the scammer who Kendra was, I didn't. So when I found out who Kendra was, I couldn't believe it. I saw her, with Ric Flair. She's a big fan of Ric Flair. Mm-hmm. I saw her, I think, with a female, and I think she's UFC fighter.
Well, you know what, Sandy? We'd like to open the floor to you right now, and if Kendra does watch this video in the future, what would you like to communicate to her?
Okay, well, first of all, I want to tell her, I'm sorry, and she's gorgeous. I know that she's, the one of like the gorgeous myths of all time, and I just found out that she won an award at the AVN, and I'm proud of that. I just want to apologize for like going overboard, on her email address and her Twitter and her Instagram, because like all the evidence that I showed you guys, I showed her as well. And
Oh man, I'm done with this video. Like, y'all, do you see what I'm talking about now? And it's funny because this channel platforms a bunch of people like this. Now, granted, I love this channel. Please, if you're watching this video right now, subscribe to them right now. They are phenomenal. I have nothing negative to say about them. But what's unfortunate is that a lot of the kind of people that end up getting catfished are these kind of delusional people. A lot of narcissists are getting catfished. And if you watch the videos on this channel, you're going to see a lot of people that you're just not going to like. One of my favorite things is running across one of the videos on their channel, and they do the introduction to the person who's been catfished, and they talk about themselves. And oftentimes you'll hear the words, "I'm intelligent." And I love it because there's so many intelligent people on this platform that are reaching out to social catfish that are being scammed in the most obvious ways, right? And, they brag about how much money they make, or, they went to some nice school, they have these degrees, they have a good job, and they're so intelligent. And you always kind of see the same thing. But this one was really interesting because this guy is clearly a creepo. I think that ultimately he tried to utilize his platform to have a conversation with Kendra Lust. I think that he may be a fan of the show and has seen that they have often had it where people that have been catfished have had an opportunity to communicate with the person on the pictures. And he thought that maybe, just maybe, that they would set up a meeting, a virtual meeting between him and Kendra Lust, so that she can go through the whole, it's not me, I'm sorry you've been catfished thing that they always do on the channel. Unfortunately for him, that is not how this video ended. And ultimately, he kind of embarrassed himself. Anyway, if this video doesn't get striked, or if I don't get a massive copyright claim, I'm going to continue to do videos and reactions to videos on this channel. Because I absolutely love it. This is something I'm into. But there will also be a lot other different kinds of content on this channel as well. So if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe now. I appreciate you guys watching this video with me today. I had a lot of fun watching it and, conversing with you guys. And I want to do more of that in the comment section below. My name is Troy, and I'm out. See you next time. Ciao today.